back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, and as you can see here, we're going to be making a chili con carne. We're not using ground beef with this one, we're actually using chunky cut beef steak. And I'm using black beans, not red kidney beans. It's absolutely delicious. You can cook this forever. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The longer you cook it, the better it's going to be. Let's go and take a look at some of the ingredients we're going to be using. Okay, let's take a look at the ingredients we'll be using. So at the back here, I've got a can or a tin of chopped plum tomatoes, onions, black beans. Now you could be using red kidney beans, but this version I'm going with this black bean. If you get them from a can, wash them really nicely in some cold water. Here I've got some bell peppers, green. If you wanted, you could be using other colors. Here I've got our spices here. So they're equal parts, like a teaspoon each for this amount. So here I've got chili powder. Here I've got oregano. Here I've got cumin. Here I've got smoked paprika. And there I've got a nice lot of chopped garlic. Now let's talk about our beef. We're not using ground or minced beef on this one today. We're actually using some beef chuck. You could be using any cut of meat that you want, sirloin or whatever. And I've just kind of cut it into small pieces like that. So yeah, not the ground one. You could be using ground if you wanted. This version is not that. We're going to start this off with a touch of olive oil, salt and pepper, maybe add a few other bits. Let's go and do it. Okay, so you're going to need a pan or a wok or something like that. In there I've got some olive oil. And simply we're going to start off with our beef, our chunky cut beef. And just by itself, let's just cook this in the oil on a kind of just below a medium heat for about 4 to 5 minutes. So now we can add our onions. I've sliced my onions, but if you wanted you could dice them, and then lots of garlic. And again, on this medium type heat, let's go for another 4 to 5 minutes. And just while I'm here, before I forget, let's add some salt into the mix to taste, and some black pepper. I'm just going to let this go for another couple more minutes. Okay, now time for our spices. So equal parts of chili powder, oregano or oregano, cumin powder, and smoked paprika. Let's give these a mix in, and again another 2 to 3 minutes, stirring pretty much all the time. Now if we were using ground beef, then of course we wouldn't be doing this for this long. It's just because we've got chunky cuts in there, so we need to make sure that it's cooked really well. And this is coming along really nicely. Now we're going to introduce our beans. Like I say, I'm using some black beans today, and my bell peppers. I'm just using green colour, but like I said, if you wanted, you could use a few different colours if you wanted. Now again, let's just keep this on this medium heat, or just above a medium heat now. And we're going to go for another 3 minutes. We just want to get some of those spices on the new things that we've added, the beans and the peppers. Simply, we're now going to add our tomatoes. I'm adding 2 cans here of tinned or canned tomatoes, plum tomatoes that I've roughly chopped. If you wanted, and some people would do this, they'd add some tomato paste or tomato puree. I'm not doing that in this one today. Give this a nice mix. Then what we're going to do is get the heat down low, just above a simmer. Get a lid on this, and you can't really now overcook this. So I'm going to let this now go for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You can let it go for an hour or even more. But yeah, I'm going to go 30, 40 minutes. I'm going to stir it every now and then. And I'll come back when I'm doing that. Okay, let's jump in here. Let some steam out. Okay, now I'm about halfway through here. But it's looking wonderful. Now what I want to do is I'm just going to add, this is optional, I'm going to add some fresh chili. You could be adding some jalapenos if you want. These are a bit hotter than that. So I'm going to put them in whole. I've just cut the nibs off. Then they're nice to, so you can fetch them out later. If you chop them and keep the seeds in, it's going to add a lot more power. So these are just going to release, you know, a nice little bit of flavor in there. But like I say, totally optional. Lid's going to go back on. I'll be back in like 15 or 20 minutes. Give it a stir every now and then. Okay, off goes the heat. Just get a bit of steam out there for you. I'm really happy with that. It's fantastic. Check that for salt. You might want to add a bit more salt. I'm going to finish this off now with some fresh cilantro or coriander. Give that a mix and it's ready to go. This is great in jacket potatoes or baked potatoes. Or of course with some beautiful white rice or brown if you wanted. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and we'll see you soon. Lots of love.